Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. It's your guy Big Will, and I'm back with some boxing talk. What's good with your fam? Hey, listen, man, I want to talk a little bit about Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, we just watched Gervonta Tank Davis destroy HUGO RUIZ over this past weekend via first round stoppage, man. Tank looked really good doing this, man. Looked really explosive. And, you know, we are dying to see Tank step up in competition, man. You know, it's time for him to step up, man. I kind of don't like the way that Floyd Mayweather was talking after the fight, man. You know, when, you know, reporters brought up Lomachenko's name, you know, Floyd alluded to the fact that Lomachenko was an old man and, you know, they're trying to fast track his career. He got to fight all these fights in a short amount of time, and how Tank was a young buck, man, and, you know, they're going to take his time with him. You know, I didn't really care for that type of talk, man. Tank is at the age and at the point in his career, man, when it's time for him to step up, man. You know, like I said before, he has passed the eyeball test with flying colors, you understand? But we want to see him in there with a top flight opponent, an elite opponent, man. And you know, the question is, who is that opponent going to be, man? Now, I know Floyd, and, you know, Floyd mentioned afterwards that Tank will be fighting the guy Tenshin Nakasawa that Floyd fought in the exhibition match. You know what I'm saying? He said he will be fighting him, I believe, sometime in April. And then they're looking to do a hometown fight for the boy Tank in B-More this summer. I believe around May, June, something like that, man. So the question I pose is, who is going to be the opponent for Gervonta Davis? Now, we just watched the WBA regular champion, which is Alberto Machado. He also fought Saturday, and he got upset by Andrew Castillo, and in the fourth round, man. Andrew Castillo, you know, he's a pretty decent fighter, man. He came out on a mission, man. It was his home crowd, and he beat the brakes off of Machado, man, with some very good body work. Ended up getting a stoppage in the fourth round, man. Now, being that Tank is the WBA super champion and Castillo is the regular champion, you know, it's real confusing, man. Machado always said that he was the real super champion, and I'm gonna explain this to you, man. I think it was back in 2017. Machado fought Jezreel Corrales, and it was supposed to be for the super WBA title. I think Corrales came in overweight or something like that, man. But, you know, Machado ended up stopping him late in the fight and got the win. So, naturally, he would think that he would be the super WBA champion. And then after that, Tank ended up fighting Jesus Cuellar, and it was supposed to be for the WBA regular title. Tank ends up stopping him, but somehow they end up giving Tank the title of super champion and Machado the regular champion. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, nobody really knows what happened there. All we know is that Tank is, you know, declared. You know, if you go on the WBA website, he's declared as the super WBA champion, and now Andrew Castillo is the regular champion. Well, you know, it's still real confusing, man. But nevertheless, Castillo he did an interview, you know, after his win over Machado, and he said that he wants to fight Tank. He told the reporters and anybody who will listen that he will come to B-More and fight Tank. You understand what I'm saying? That would be a big unification in the WBA, man. You know, he said he believes that, you know what I'm saying, he can put pressure on Tank and walk Tank down. You understand what I'm saying? When I seen that, you know what I'm saying, I kind of find that hard to believe, man, because we all know that's Tank's game. Tank is the pressure fighter. Tank likes to come with the aggression. So if you have two guys in there who loves the pressure, pressure busts pipes, man. What we gonna have is an explosion in the ring, man. And if I was Tank and Mayweather Promotions, I would jump all on this fight. You understand what I'm saying? But then there's a problem with that. Cancio is fighting under the Golden Boy banner. And we all know that Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather, they are not on good terms at all, man. They are always beefing over something. And a fight between these two will not be easy to make. Some say that's the reason why Cancio is talking like that, man. But I don't think we'll see this fight. But I would love to see that fight. You understand what I'm saying? And be more. You know what I mean? Tank deserves a home fight, man. He's been doing good. He's been crushing his competition, fight after fight, looking sensational. But the knock on him is that he is inactive. He's not fighting enough, man, and he's gaining all this weight in between fights. You understand what I'm saying? And but this year I think will be a different year for Tank, man. As long as these guys are able to keep him busy, I think that his weight won't be a factor, man. I think he can be focused on his task, man, and that's boxing. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they wonder, will he ever fight Lomachenko? You know what I'm saying? I believe Tank wants to fight Lomachenko, and I think if it was ever the time to fight Lomachenko, it's right now, man. It is right now. Tank is in the prime of his career. I don't even think he really hit his prime yet. He's only 24 years old. Lomachenko, I believe, is 30, 31, something like that, man. Some people say Lomachenko is on a decline. I don't think he's on a decline. I just think that, 135 is too big for him. But in order for Lomachenko to find some competitive fights, he had to go up into a weight class that is not his own, because, the way he was just doing everybody at 130 and 126, it wasn't fair. So he had to jump out of his weight class to get some competition to make his fights competitive, man. And, so thus we seen the knockdown with Linares, but he was able to come back and stop Linares. And people compare his fight with Tank, with Pedraza. Tank was able to stop Pedraza. I believe it was, the 7th, 8th round. You know what I mean? And Lomachenko went the distance with Pedraza. But, me personally, I think Pedraza was, in that fight, not to get knocked out, not to win, but just to survive. And survive he did, man. And it's hard to knock a guy out, man, when the guy is just, strictly trying to survive, man. I don't think Tank would be able to get Lomachenko as a home fight. He possibly can get Cancio, if, Mayweather Promotions and Golden Boy can come to some type of agreement, which I highly doubt, man. But the Royal Farms, man, in Baltimore, I think would be the perfect spot, for that fight, man. It's a nice size arena, man. I was there a couple years ago for Mary J. Blige's concert, man, and it's a decent size, man. I think Tank will have a very good crowd there, man. Should he be able to get that get that home fight there with a good solid opponent. And then you got the WBC champion, which is Berchelt. I think that would be a good fight, man. He has been on record in the past calling out Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a very good matchup. He is very exciting fighter to watch, man. Very offensive minded. And when you got two guys like, who love to fight and love to throw punches, that would make for an exciting fight, man. Berchelt ain't no slouch. You know what I mean? Berchelt always comes to fight. And he always in an exciting fight. So I wouldn't mind seeing that matchup either, man. He had a very good fight, man, with Miguel Roman back in November. I mean, action-packed, bloody, You know what I mean? It was like a knockout, drag 'em type of fight, man. You know what I mean? But Cho, you know what I mean? He come to bring the pain, man. And you know, I think him and Tank, far as excitement, I think that fight will be a very exciting fight, high drama. You know, understand what I'm saying? But you know, we never know. You know, if that fight can get made either. Then you got Tevin Farmer. You know, Tevin Farmer's the IBF champion, man. These are all unifications I'm talking about, man. Tevin Farmer's with the Zone and Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing, man. You know, the story with him and Tank. They've been beefing for about 2-3 years, man. For some reason, Floyd Mayweather and doesn't want to make the fight with Eddie Hearn. I don't know why they don't want to make the fight. I think it would be a winnable fight. I think it would be an exciting fight. You understand what I'm saying? What are they scared of? What is the holdup? You know what I mean? Why ain't they making these fights, man? We want to see these fights. You understand what I'm saying? Tevin Farmer's been calling out Tank, man, been pulling up on Tank, man, and you know what I mean? The drama online is you know, is popcorn worthy between these two. You understand what I'm talking about? These two been going at it. I mean, low blows, man. They talk about Tank talk about his sister. You know what I mean? These guys ain't holding back no punches on social media, man. And I don't think they'll hold nothing back inside the ring, man. If only we can get Floyd Mayweather to get up off his high horse and make these fights. You know, Eddie Hearn done sent offers over to TMT to make these fights, man, to do a joint promotion to make these fights. You know what I mean? From what I hear, they ain't even look at the thing. They ain't even look at it. Just shot it down. You know what I mean? Didn't even present it to their client. You understand what I'm saying? I think Mayweather Promotion is doing the Tank a very disservice on that end of the spectrum, man. But as far as, you know, putting them in position, you know what I mean, to be successful financially, I think they're doing, you know, they're doing a hell of a job, man, if that's his ultimate goal. But, you know, most boxers in this fight game, man, they want to be, you know, they want to fight the best. They want to be remembered as fighting the best competition. And, you know, doesn't look like that's Floyd Mayweather's plan. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like he wants him to fight the best. It look like he wants to maneuver and finesse his way, you know what I mean, to more bigger paydays, man. And, you know, I don't think that he'll be able to reach that superstar status without that signature win, man. Without the public, the fight fans seeing him fight somebody of note, some elite fighter that can give him a contest. We want to see him face adversity, you know. What is the Tank going to do when somebody stands up to him, when somebody hits him back hard? You know what I mean? We want to see that, you know what I mean? We don't want to just see him steamrolling everybody. Yeah, it's exciting for the fans to watch that type of shit, but we want to see him tested. We want to see him in a fight that, you know what I mean, we don't know he's going to win. In a 50-50 fight where, you know, we go into it saying, I don't know about this one, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's the fight that Tank needs, man, right now. We need to see that right now from him, man. Or else, you know, fans are going to get tired, man, and move on. You understand what I'm saying? Then you got the WBO champion, Masakwa Ito or something like that from Japan. He's a WBO champion. From what I hear, you know, he's not going to be available. I hear he's going to be fighting Jamal Herring. You know, I don't know too much about Ito. I ain't even going to front like I do. But, you know, Herring is, you know, he's all right. You know what I mean? He's all right. I believe he got 1 or 2 losses, you know, on his belt, man. But, you know, me watching him his last couple fights, man, I wasn't highly impressed. You know what I mean? I wasn't highly impressed at all, man. It just don't seem to have that killer instinct that, you know, I think an elite fighter needs to be elite. You know what I mean? You got to have that switch, man, that you can turn on and go for the kill, man. It just seemed like he's just one steady pace the whole fight. You know what I mean? He was having trouble with the damn, who did he fight? I forget the guy's last name, man. But you know, he knocked him down early in the fight, man. Wasn't able to put him away. You know what I mean? But you know, we'll see. We'll see who comes out of that fight, the victor, man. And you know, the winner would be the WBO champion. And I think Tank eats Herring alive. You know what I mean? I think he destroys him. You know, but you know that's the question, man. What is Tank going to do, man? They saying that he going to fight Tension in April, and then after that, which I think is a circus. You know what I'm saying? Just like Floyd, you know, fought him was a circus. You know, it's supposed to be an exhibition fight. You know, what is an exhibition? Exhibition is that you're just putting on a show, man. You're not really there to you know, to play as hard as you can, to fight as hard as you can. And Floyd went in there, man, and tried to hurt this little guy, man, and knocked him down and made him cry and, you know, all type of shit like that, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what that was about, man. But nobody wants to see Tank Davis fight Tension. Nobody wants to see that, man. You know, and I hope they don't do that to Tank, man. They're trying to model his career. I think Floyd's trying to live through Tank's career, man. You know, Floyd is upset that he's 42 years old now. His best days are behind him. So he know he got this very special talent in Tank, and he wants to, you know, I don't even know if he realizes what he's doing. He wants to live through Tank. Notice through all the interviews and shit, man, you see Floyd right there like he's glued to his hip, man, answering the questions before Tank can open his mouth. The reporters is asking Tank the question, not Floyd. You understand what I'm saying? And I wish, you know, Floyd stopped doing that, man. Let this kid shine. Let him. You had your time, man. You had your time. Everybody knows you. You know what I mean? Everybody considers you one of the best fighters of this generation. Let this kid have his turn. Back up. Back up. Take a few steps back, man. Let Tank get his shine on. You understand what I'm saying, man? But I want to see this kid shine. But in order to do that, man, he's going to have to fight somebody of note. He's going to have to fight one of these other top fighters in or around the division. We all know, you know, he's been, you know, had a little trouble making weight these last couple times. So we know he can go up to 135. We know that. You know what I mean? There's fights up there for him as well, you know. But I really want to see him fight Lomachenko. You know, that's the fight I really want to see. Lomachenko or Tevin Farmer. Will we get either of those fights in 2019? That's the question I pose to you. Will we get any of those fights in 2019? I doubt it. I really doubt it, man. If anything, we'll get the Farmer fight before we get the Lomachenko fight. For some reason, I think Floyd and Mayweather Promotions are going to steer him clear from Lomachenko. And I don't understand why, man. I think they match up very well, man. I think, you know, it would be a real good fight, man. Lomachenko will probably be the favorite, you know, considering all his accolades and, you know, all that there being that, you know, he has been proven more than Tank, man. But me personally, I think it's a very good fight, a 50-50 fight. One of those fights where you think you know who's going to win, but you really don't know who's going to win. You understand what I'm saying? So hopefully, man, we could get to see Tank fight someone of note. They're also talking about maybe he'll fight his mandatory. You know, they're saying that might be Cherry. You know, we'll see. He got a fight coming up against what's the boy's name? We got a fight coming up, man, that he's expected to win, man. And, you know, the winner of that fight will be the mandatory. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe Tank fights him, you know, which wouldn't be a bad fight. You know what I mean? Which wouldn't be a bad fight. But we want to see him fight one of these top guys. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's all I got right now, man. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, don't leave out of here without hitting the subscribe button. Also, you can catch me on all social media platforms at Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. You can like this video. You can comment on this video. You can share this video. And if you ain't feeling it, go ahead and hit the dislike button. But just hit it twice. And until next time, peace.